Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome into AniMan Plus News, Episode 1. My name is Alex Light with Sparky3. Hopefully you're having a phenomenal day today, whatever day you're listening or perhaps watching this podcast over at our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Sparky3. Make sure you give us a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, be a friend, tell a friend that you're listening. We greatly appreciate that. And whatever platform you're listening on, give us a follow. We'd appreciate that as well. Now, if you're already subscribed to AniMan Plus and you maybe haven't listened to the past couple episodes, you might be wondering, Alex, what the hell is AniMan Plus News? I thought you've already done the news, like, part of the show, like you have the past 50 episodes. Well, bingo, you are correct. That's exactly what we've done before. Going forward, we want to try to do something a little different. We wanted to make the normal AniMan Plus episodes only focusing on the anime episodes that we are reviewing and the manga chapters that we are reading. But we still want to cover the news. We still want to talk about and let you know of all of the biggest headlines, the smaller headlines that maybe not everyone's talking about, and of course, my personal favorite part, manga volume sales. All of that's going to be talked about right here on AniMan Plus News, coming up every single Monday at 7 a.m. Central Standard Time. When it comes to the manga sales, we're going to be tracking stuff for Weekly Shonen Magazine, some really popular series that you may know, like Tokyo Revengers, Fire Force, Eden Zero, Hajime no Ippo, Ace Diamond Part 2, and more. And of course, over at Weekly Shonen Jump, we have like One Piece, My Hero Academia, Black Clover, JJK, Dr. Stone, and then a lot of newbies that are poised to get animes in the future, like Mashle, Magic and Muscles, Mission Yozakura Family, Undead Unluck, Aikashi Triangle, and so much more. And of course, with this show, if you guys listen, you know that we always read the latest, newest Weekly Shonen Jump series, so those are always ones that we like to see and track to see exactly how they're doing. A couple of newbies that are doing really well is like Elusive Samurai, for example, which is from the creator of Assassination Classroom. First 2 volumes have sold really well. It's already received its second Shonen Jump cover within like 15 chapters. Another one is Blue Box, comedy manga, also received another cover page within 15 chapters. Both of those have sold pretty well within its first couple volumes, probably being poised to get animes in the future. And that is where AniMan Plus News is going to shine, is tracking all these sales, letting you know of the smaller headlines, the bigger headlines, etc. So if you want to know all of that, make sure to follow the show so you can stay up to date. But of course, if you could, go listen to our normal show. Go listen to AniMan Plus and listen to me, Josh, and Zach, 3 idiots talk about the anime and manga that we love. With that said, let's go ahead and jump into it and let's see what's all in the news for this week. So let's kick things off on a Debbie Downer note. Unfortunately, I always like to get these down notes out of the way right off the bat. Yuji Suzuki is the anime director for Eden Zero, and unfortunately they have passed away. T's and P's to friends, family, and everyone involved, fans across the world. Unfortunate situation there. Of course, Eden Zero has just pretty much by the time today is over when I'm recording this, Eden Zero, the first season, will come to a close. Of course, the anime will continue, but T's and P's to everyone involved there. Quick moment of silence for Yuji Suzuki. Moment has passed. All right, let's go over from there. And we are here, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for the fall season of anime. We have just completed what, in my opinion, it was a pretty lackluster summer season. There wasn't a whole lot of series as part of the summer that really jumped out at me. Now, let me stress, My Hero Academia, Eden Zero, Tokyo Revengers, those were part of the spring batch that launched and is carried through summer. When it comes to things that actually started in summer, it was few and in between. The only one that we actually talked about and reviewed here on the show was Tsukimichi Moonlit Fantasy. And from what I understand, it seemed pretty good. I didn't watch it because it's got spider people in it, and I hate spiders, so no thanks for me. But overall, summer was kind of lackluster, but for fall is looking pretty awesome. Now, even though we did lose one heavy hitter for fall, which was Rising of the Shield Hero Season 2, that did get delayed to next year, we still have some really solid stuff coming here in fall. And of course, the big headline for fall is Demon Slayer Season 2. Now, in case you missed it, Demon Slayer Season 2 will kick off October 10th with an anime version of the movie that just took place earlier this year, Mugen Train. Now, when hearing that, you've got 2 different fandoms. You have the Dragon Ball Super fandom, or just Dragon Ball fandom in general, and then you have the Boruto fandom, or just Naruto fandom, and you have Battle of Gods, Resurrection F. Fantastic movies, terrible anime arcs. Then you have the Boruto movie. Fantastic movie, fantastic anime arc. In fact, the anime arc was better than the movie, in my opinion, but both were good. When it comes to Demon Slayer, I personally think we're going to be on the Boruto side of things. I think this arc is going to be absolutely incredible in the anime with new music, new scenes. I think everything about it's going to be awesome. Episode 1 is going to be an anime original episode, and then 2 through 7 is going to be the train arc, and then kicking off December 5th, we'll start the Entertainment District arc, so get excited for that. Some other things to watch for. We have 86 Season 2 that just kicked off today when I'm recording. I personally love 86. It's a series that started back in spring for 11 episodes, 12 if you count the recap, which clearly they don't count the recap because today's episode was listed as episode 12, which is the first episode of the new season. 86 in just a few episodes very quickly became one of my favorite new series in quite some time. Actually motivated me to go check out the light novels that they're based on. I've gone through 4 light novels. I'm currently on the 5th, and I am absolutely head over heel in love with this series. In fact, I would actually safely say with a lot of confidence that it is a top 10 favorite series of all time for me. I definitely recommend giving 86 a watch. It has phenomenal storytelling, and season 2 is going to be incredible, so make sure to check that out. Now, if you were perhaps a fan of Yashahime, which of course was the Inuyasha sequel, season 2 also is kicking off on October 2nd. I personally didn't really care for Yashahime. I got about 15 episodes in and dropped it, as well as Josh. Zach, being the trooper that he is, he stuck through the entire season. He will be checking out season 2, at least for a little while. We also have a new Digimon series called Digimon Ghost Game that will be kicking off October 2nd as well. Some other series to watch out for is Tesla Note. That's going to be kicking off October 3rd. I don't know much about this series, but here's what I do know. I do know that it was part of Weekly Shonen Magazine. It sold like dog shit, like 3,000 to 4,000 copies. That's terrible for a brand new series. They did not cancel it, though. They demoted it out of Weekly Shonen Magazine and put it in one of their lower tier magazines and yet still give it an anime. That's kind of weird to me, so I want to check this out because normally a series that just gets axed and doesn't sell very well, they don't get animes. There's so many manga series that you've never even heard of and never will because they'll never be an anime. So the fact that Tesla Note got one was kind of weird to me, and I'll probably be checking that out. There's also another series called Talk Destiny that is helmed by Mappa Studio. The animation for it looks incredible. It is a music anime. The soundtrack that was in the trailer sounds incredible. I think the OST across the entire thing is going to be absolutely fantastic. That is kicking off October 5th. Make sure to check that out potentially. I think it's going to be kind of a dark horse for this upcoming season. Move Love Alternative is kicking off October 6th. That might be one that could be worth a watch. Platinum End, that's kicking off October 7th. That's going to be 24 episodes, so that will carry into the winter season as well. Platinum End gives me some Future Diary vibes, a little bit of like Death Note vibes in a way, especially the Future Diary vibes. This is one that's been on my radar for a while. I've had it saved on Manga Plus to read the series. It has come to a close. It's from the creators of Tokyo Ghoul, and once I saw that an anime was coming this year, I held off on reading the manga. I wanted to just dive into the anime. I have some pretty high expectations for Platinum End, and again, that kicks off October 7th, so keep an eye out for that. We have another series called Sakugan that is also kicking off on the 7th, and this series, I don't know much about it, but the description kind of interested me a little bit. It seems like all of humanity are living underground in these labyrinths, shoulder to shoulder, not enough room for everyone necessarily. So that brings questions. Okay, what's up with the deal? What's going on at the surface? Why are these people living underground? What's going on with these labyrinths? Because they explore these labyrinths. It's kind of how they just live their lives and kind of just grow to prosper is going through these labyrinths. So I have a lot of curiosity when it comes to this series. Might be another one worth a watch. And the last one that I do want to shout out is a series called Build Divide, which seems to be a card game anime. It is helmed by the studio that did Tokyo Revengers, and that's what immediately caught my eye. The base description seemed kind of interesting. So if you're into like Yu-Gi-Oh and you're into like card fight Vanguard and stuff like that, this one might also be worth a watch. That is kicking off on October 9th. A couple friendly reminders for you. Number one, My Hero Academia World Heroes Mission is coming to U.S. theaters October 29th. Grab your tickets for that. We will be watching that and reviewing it here on the show. Sword Art Online Progressive is set to hit U.S. and Canadian theaters on December 3rd as well. Keep an eye out for that one. May check that one out. It's been a while since I've really been into Sword Art, so the movie does interest me, but I don't know if it interests me enough to head to the theaters for it. But I don't know. We'll see. I could be wrong on that. A couple tidbits of news for you. There was a new series set for January called Tribe 9. It's a baseball anime that looks like the most serious baseball anime I have ever seen in my life from just the poster. Might give that one a shot. If you're a fan of the World Trigger manga, World Trigger, of course, the anime sees, hey, season 3 is kicking off this fall, so there you go, World Trigger fans. But if you're a fan of the manga, it will be on a quick little 1-month hiatus, simply due to the creator's health. I say quick because that is a monthly manga. If it was, weekly and not as quick, you'd be missing 4 weeks worth of content, but you will just be missing one chapter. T's and P's to the creator. I know they've had some other issues in the past. New Game, No Life. Volume 11 cover was revealed. Why is that a big news? Well, that's the first new volume in 4 years, so if you're a New Game No Life fan. I'm sure that gets you kind of pumped up there. This one I thought was actually pretty cool. The new Japan Prime Minister is apparently a massive Demon Slayer fan, and he promises to increase the pay in the anime industry. Now, he didn't really go in much more detail than that, but we can only hope he does mean to the animators out there, because if you follow that sort of news at all, then you probably know that animators over in Japan, they are not really compensated very well. So if he's going to make that more of a mission to make sure the animators over there in Japan that delivers these unbelievable animations that we get with like Demon Slayer, Boruto hits from time to time, and others, and My Hero Academia, man, they always hit. You know, if you're a big fan of any of these series that just has like these top tier animations, just know that, hey, that team may not be paid very well. I mean, Mappa was just in the news about that horribly just a few months ago. So if he's going to make it his mission to get, you know, one of his many missions, I would hope, of course, I'm not following what he's doing in politics, but if that's one of his missions is to give them some more pay, hey, that's a win for us, you know, kind of build up some morale and stuff. And plus, you know, with how much we love anime, I definitely say that, you know, think that we as fans can say that it's much deserved. All right, let's talk about some manga sales. I love this part of this. I love this part of the segment. All right. So let's give some shout outs for some series of numbers of copies that are in circulation. If you don't know what that means, that just means the copies that are currently printed and set to be sold for what they are expected to sell. Blue Box, again, I already mentioned that one earlier. That is a newer series in Weekly Shonen Jump. Okay, it is a romantic comedy, really good. Romantic comedy sports manga. It's very good. Definitely recommend giving it a read over at the Shonen Jump app. Has 350K copies in circulation. That is fantastic for a brand new series. It only has one volume on the way. That is some incredible numbers. Dandadan, that is a newer series, at least for us over here in the West. It's been going on over in Japan for, you know, a good few months now. It's about at chapter 26 currently. That has 420K copies in circulation. I got to say, with the giant meme that this series is, 420K sounds about right for it. That's about what you would probably expect. Definitely check out Dandadan as well. Mashle Magic and Muscles, a newer series that's been going on for a little over a year now. It's absolutely incredible. Love this series to death. It is such a giant meme, a mix of like One Punch Man, Harry Potter, and My Hero Academia all like smashed into one, and it is just a stupid fun time. You're gonna laugh almost every single chapter. Has 2.5 million copies in circulation. I believe at this point we only have 7 volumes out currently. The 8th volume is set to come out this upcoming month. 9th volume is set to come out later this year. It's a big shout to that. But an even bigger shout out is Jujutsu Kaisen. Has 55 million copies in circulation. That is absolutely insane. Volume 17 is set to come out here very soon, and it's going to launch. Volume 17 will launch with 2.15 million copies. That is absolutely insane. We've seen this over the past few years of series where their animes will come out and just give a massive boost to the manga sales. Demon Slayer, JJK, and now most recently this year, Tokyo Revengers. So JJK is popping off right now with these sales. Huge shout out to that. It's a great series. It's definitely deserving of these numbers. I'm looking forward to seeing what's the next series to get this treatment, though. A lot of people are thinking it was going to be Eden Zero. Eden Zero did not do as well, in my opinion, with the anime being out. And I think maybe it being part of Netflix has something to do with it. I don't know, because it is going on weekly in Japan. But Eden Zero did not get a massive boost in sales like a Tokyo Revengers or anything. But Tokyo Revengers, once that anime started over in Japan and over here for us, it just exploded in sales numbers. It's been unreal with what Tokyo Revengers is doing, and I am curious what's going to be the next series to potentially get that sort of treatment. All right, let's actually hit some volume sales here. So we do track the latest batches for Weekly Shonen Magazine and Weekly Shonen Jump. Weekly Shonen Magazine drops their series, I believe, on the 17th of every month, and Weekly Shonen Jump drops theirs around the 4th of every month. So for Weekly Shonen Magazine, this is the second week for this bunch, so we're going to be tracking updated for 9/26. We have Tokyo Revengers Volume 24, beautiful cover, by the way, featuring Mikey, with 673K copies sold after 2 weeks. Couple Cuckoos Volume 8, 94K. Seven Deadly Sins, Four Nods to the Apocalypse Volume 4, 74K. Hajime no Ippo Volume 132, 66K. Goddess Cafe Terrace Volume 3 with 41K. Matchmaking of the Amagami Household Volume 2, 38K. Ranger Reject Volume 3, 37K. Ranger Reject, a series that I have been reading and reviewing on this show. It's currently on a hiatus due to the creator's health. Is a Power Rangers manga with a dark twist to it, and you're looking at it through the eyes of the villains. Definitely recommend giving that one a read. Eden Zero Volume 17, 35K. 35K is good, obviously. obviously, but I definitely feel like Eden Zero has been on the lower side for quite some time. Kind of curious to see what's going to continue to happen out of that. I don't know if it's Love or Magic Volume 4. This is the finale for this one. This one ultimately just got axed with only 9K. And Kage Bankai Volume 4, again, another finale. It got axed. This one's not ranked. For the Weekly Shonen Jump volumes, this update for 926 is the 4th and final week that we will be tracking for these. One Piece Volume 100 with 1.7 million copies sold. Big shout out to One Piece for that. Sakamoto Days Volume 3. Shout out to Zach for discovering Sakamoto Days. This is a phenomenal series. Definitely recommend it. 46K copies sold. Witch Watch Volume 3 with 42K copies sold. And a High School Family that's only alive because of Tite Kubo, creator of Bleach. Build King and ITIL C. Build King and ITIL C both already being axed. All these volumes are not ranked. So what do we have coming up for Weekly Shonen Jump to look forward to? October is a massive month from the looks of it. For October, we have My Hero Academia Volume 32, Black Clover Volume 30, JJK Volume 17, Mission Yoza Core Family Volume 10, Mashle Volume 8, Undead Unluck Volume 8, Magu-chan Volume 6, Ayakashi Triangle Volume 6, Hard Boiled Cop and a Dolphin Volume 5, Me and Roboco Volume 5. If you don't know what Me and Roboco is, please, 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 God, just go look at the covers for these volumes. They are fantastic. I have not personally got into Me and Roboco, but the volume covers absolutely murder me because the volume covers are parodies on other current series manga covers. Like, so for Volume 5, it's a parody on Volume 1 of My Hero Academia. Like, definitely go look at these covers. They're fantastic. Candy Flurry Volume 2, which is now dead, is coming out, and then Blue Box Volume 2. A packed month for October. Big pumped up for that. November, we have Dr. Stone Volume 23, Sakamoto Days Volume 4, Elusive Samurai Volume 3, Witch Watch Volume 4, High School Family Volume 4, Red Hood Volume 1, and Martial Arts Road Niru Volume 1. Very curious to see how those Volume 1s are going to do, especially Red Hood. That had such a hot start, Red Hood did, where me, Josh, Zach, and even other YouTubers really thought this was going to be like Jump's next big hit. And it feels like it's really flopped and potentially going to get axed. So I am very curious to see these Volume 1 sales coming up soon. And then for December, we have One Piece Volume 101, which will complete the 3-volume massive cover from 99, 100 to 101. That's going to look absolutely beautiful when it's done. Undead Unluck Volume 9, Mashle Volume 9, ITIL C Volume 4, which is the finale, and Candy Flurry Volume 3, which is the finale. That is all for the December month. And then what do we have coming up for the next issue of Weekly Shonen Jump? That's issue number 45. One Piece will be rocking the cover. Dr. Stone and Witch Watch will be getting color pages, and JJK will be on a break. So if you read JJK every single week, just expect it to be on a break next week. And then Dr. Stone will also get another color page over in issue 46, perhaps the cover by chance. I don't know. But that's going to do it for this episode of AniMan Plus News. Hopefully you got some useful information out of this. Hopefully you enjoyed the format that we're going to have here. Also going to start tracking what is the top 5 in Japan right now for Manga Sales volumes. I actually forgot to add it for this script, so that's why it's not in the episode. That's on me, and I don't want to do this whole thing over again. So starting next week, it will be part of the show. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Be a friend. Tell a friend that you watch this. We would definitely greatly appreciate that. But we'd even appreciate it more if you just go check out the normal show as well, and where us 3 idiots just shoot the shit and talk about the anime and the manga that we love. I also have my other podcast, Lighthearted Gamers, and a terrible football show, and we have 2 other shows that are kicking off very soon, talking about movies and stuff, and Spark Bark, our shoot the shit, chill out, have a good time podcast. We have lots of good stuff going on here at Sparky3, so if you could give us a subscribe, give us a follow at whatever platform you're on, we'd greatly appreciate it. You can also go follow us at Twitter at AniMan Podcast. We definitely appreciate that follow, where you can stay up to date with all the latest and greatest going on in the anime industry. With that said, I'm out of here, guys. I have another podcast to shoot in like 20 minutes, so see ya.